This is a 7-row repeat worked on an even number of stitches, and I just have 16 stitches here for this sample. You'll need to know how to knit, purl, make yarn overs, and knit 2 together. I am using US size 6 needles, and this is Sapphires and Pearls Bamboo Shine yarn. For row 1, you knit the first stitch, and then yarn over, knit 1 across the row. Yarn over, knit 1. Very simple. And then you knit the last stitch. You'll have more stitches than you started with, but that's okay. We will decrease those later. For row 2, you knit the first stitch, and then you're just going to purl across until you get to the last stitch. And when you get to the last stitch, you just knit. For row 3, you start by knitting the first stitch, and then your repeat is knit 2 together across the row until you get to the last stitch. So by knitting 2 together on this row, you get rid of all those extra stitches you added in row 1. And when you get to the last stitch, of course, you will just knit. For row 4, you start by knitting the first stitch, and then your repeat for row 4 is yarn over, knit 2 together. So just yarn over, knit 2 together all the way to your last stitch. I love these needles, but I definitely couldn't use them for a whole project because of the way yarn sticks to them. Okay, so when you get to your last stitch, of course you will just knit. And row 5 is the same as row 4. So again, after you knit your first stitch, you're just going to yarn over, knit 2 together until you get to your last stitch. And knit the last stitch. And row 6, you just knit all of your stitches. So this is a reversible pattern. If you wanted it to have a definite right side and a wrong side, you would just complete row 6 and then start over with row 1. But if you'd like to keep it reversible, you will work row 7, and that is just another plain knit row. So that is the pattern, and you can see how it looks the same on both sides. And you would just repeat those 7 rows for the pattern. And I would probably add a border if I were making something with this stitch because the edge is pretty sloppy. But that's it. Happy knitting, and I will see you next Friday.